Welcome to another session of Statistics and Probability. This is your teacher, John Glenn S. Almario. Today we will be discussing understanding the z-scores. After going through this lesson, you are expected to relate a random variable distribution to a normal value distribution, understand the concepts of z-scores, convert a random variable to a standard normal variable and vice versa, and solve problems involving random and normal variables. Now, let's have a review of our previous lesson. What is normal distribution? A probability function that describes how the values of a variable are distributed. What is a standard normal curve? A standard normal curve is a normal probability distribution that has a mean equal to 0 and a standard deviation equal to 1. How do we measure the area under the normal curve? By using the z-table. Now, let's proceed to the lesson proper. Z-score is a measure of relative standing, the final result of the area measured. Now, meron tayong dalawang formula for z-scores. Ito yung ating gagamiting formula for our population data and this for our sample data. So, ano-ano po ba yung mga variables na yan? X will be our given measurement. The mu will be equal to our population mean. Sigma will be our population standard deviation. X bar would be our sample mean. And small letter s will be our sample standard deviation. And z will be equal to our z-score. So, paano po ba ginagamit yung formula na yan? Ganito po. For example, given the mean, mu is equals to 62 and the standard deviation is equals to 8. Find the equivalent z-scores of the following measurements. So for this one, we will be measuring the z-score of the raw score x is equals to 70. So paano po ba yung step? Ganito po. First, let us identify the given. Ano-ano ba yung given? We have mean is equals to 62, standard deviation is equals to 8, and our measurement x is equals to 70. Now, let us solve using the formula. Z is equals to x minus mean over standard deviation. So, meron na tayong mean, standard deviation, and measurement. All we have to do is to substitute. Then, we can compute. 70 minus 62 is equals to 8. Then, 8 divided by 8 is equals to, very good, 1. Ibig sabihin, ang z-score natin, ang z-score na equivalent ng 70 ay 1. How about the second one? For x is equals to 59. Same procedure lang din. Identify the given. Same mean and standard deviation. Ang naiba lang ay yung measurement, which is equals to 59. Next, let us solve using the formula again. Then, we substitute the values. Then, we compute. 59 minus 62 is equals to, very good, negative 3 over 8. And negative 3 over 8 is equals to negative 0.375. Sir, okay lang po ba yon na meron tayong negative na z-score? Yes. Okay lang yun, valid yun. Kuha ba? Okay, good. Next, 54. Again, we identify the given using the same mean and standard deviation. Only now, ang measurement natin ay 54. Next, we solve using the formula. So again, z is equals to x minus mean over standard deviation. All we have to do is to substitute. Yan. 54 minus 62 is equals to, very good, negative 8. The negative 8 divided by 8 is equals to negative 1. Yan na ba yung sagot, sir? Yes, yan na yung sagot. Then, how about for this one? X is equals to 80. So, paano natin kukumpitin to? Again, using the same mean and standard deviation. 62 is mean is equals to 62. Standard deviation is equals to 8. Then, our measurement is equals to 80. Now, we solve using the formula. All we have to do is to substitute. 80 minus 62. Very good. 18. 18 over 8 is equals to, very good, 2.25. So, nakuha ba kung paano mag-solve ng z-score? Okay, good. Now, how do we solve for the equivalent raw score? So, ito is the reverse of out of the z-score. For population data, ito yung ating formula. For sample data, ito naman yung ating formula. So, kung kanina hinahanap natin yung z-score, ngayon naman, ang hinahanap natin ay yung equivalent raw score or measurement. So, para saan ba yung mga variables dyan? So, z is equals to our z-score, mu, population mean, sigma, population standard deviation, x bar is our sample mean, then s is our sample standard deviation. Sir, malalaman po ba paano po ba malalaman kung population or sample yung gagamitin namin? Ganito lang. Regardless whether if it's population and sample, sa ganito, okay lang muna na population yung gamitin natin. Pero kapag ang given nyo ay sample, it's the same logic lang din. Sample, kung nasan yung standard deviation at mean, yun ang dun lang yon. Halimbawa, yung mean na to, i-add natin. So, technically, dito, sa sample data, yung mean din yung i-add natin. Dito naman, multiplier natin, standard deviation, same lang din dito. Yung standard deviation, yun nga lang, pang sample siya. Denoted siya for sample or for population. Okay, let's proceed. So, given the mean is equals to 85 and standard deviation of 4, find the equivalent raw scores of the following z-scores. For this one, first, z is equals to 1.29. So, paano natin to isosolve? First, let us identify the given. Ano-ano ba yung given? Yung mean natin ay 85, standard deviation ay 4, then z score natin ay 1.29. Next, we will use the formula for solving it. Ano yung formula? X is equals to z times standard deviation plus the mean. Since meron na tayong yung tatlo, all we have to do is to substitute. Then, we solve. Unahin muna natin tong i-multiply. 1.29 times 4. Very good. 5.16. Then, i-add lang natin yung sa mean. 5.16 plus 85 is equals to 90.16. Yan na ba yung sagot? Hindi pa. Bakit? Kasi kailangan i-round off natin yan sa whole number, which is 90. Bakit kailangan i-round off? Kasi ang hinahanap natin ay yung equivalent raw score. Take note, raw score ito. Like your score in your exam. So, wala dong point something. Halimbawa, kung naka 85 ka out of 100, 85 ang score mo. But it doesn't mean na 85.2, 85.3. Okay? It's just number or it's just 85. Okay? Ayan, very good. Next. How about negative 1.64? Sir, pwede ba yung negative? Yes, meron tayong negative z-score. So again, same procedure. Identify the given, same mean and same standard deviation. Z-score natin ay negative naman. Then, to get the raw score, let's use the formula. All we have to do is to substitute. Then, multiply muna natin tong z at yung standard deviation. Negative 1.64 times 4 is equals to, very good, negative 6.56. Then, i-add lang natin sa mean na 85, which is equal to, very good, 78.44. Rounding it off, it will give us 78. Very good. As you can see, yung 78, mababa siya sa 85. Kapag negative yung z-score mo, ibig sabihin yan, yung raw score mo ay mababa sa mean. Kapag naman positive yung iyong z-score, mataas siya sa mean. Okay? Good. Next. Negative 2.68. So, paano natin to isosolve? Same procedure. Identify the given. Mean of 85. Standard deviation of 4. Ang z-score natin ay negative 2.68. Then, we solve using the formula x is equals to z times standard deviation plus the mean. Let's substitute the values, then compute. Negative 2.68 times 4. Very good. Negative 10.72. Then we add 85. We will get 74.28. Or, we round that off. It is equal to 74. Very good. Kuha ba? Okay, good. Then, the last one, 2.06. Same procedure. Identify the given. We have a mean of 85. Standard deviation of 4. Then, z-score of 2.06. Next, we solve using the formula x is equal to z times standard deviation plus the mean. We substitute the values. Then, we solve. 2.06 times 4. Very good. 8.24. Then, we add 85 is equal to 93.24 or rounding it off, it will give us 93. Nakuha ba? Again, this is how you compute the cross score. So, paano naman kung kapag practical application? Halimbawa, given the mean is equals to 50 and the standard deviation of 4 of a certain population of scores, find the z-value that corresponds to a score of 57. Create the graphical representation. When we say graphical representation, magdodrawing na tayo ng normal curve. So, paano ba natin sinosolve yung ganitong klaseng problem? So, sige. Step 1, una-una, drawing muna tayo ng normal curve. So, pag pre-practice natin yan, magiging ganito yung drawing natin. Okay. Take note, dapat may label na yan na mga z-scores. Ang mean natin ay 0, then 1, 2, and 3 for going to the right. Then, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, going to the left. Ayan. So, yan yung una. Next, yan yung ating z-scores. Next, we create a label for the raw scores. Paano yun, sir? Kung ito yung z-score, yung raw score naman, isusulat natin sa baba ng z-score. Ano-ano yung raw score na yon? Unahin natin yung mean. The mean should be at the middle. Ano yung mean natin? Ang mean natin ay equal sa 50. Then, mag-a-add na lang tayo ng standard deviation to the mean to get the measurement to the right. Ibig sabihin, we will add the standard deviation 4 to 50 para makuha natin yung equivalent na raw score ng z-score 1. So, 50 plus 4, 54. Then, we add again 4 to 54 para makuha natin yung equivalent sa z-score 2. 54 plus 4 is equals to 58. Then, we do the same again for the next measurement. 58 plus 4 is equals to 62. Very good. Now, we subtract the standard deviation from the mean to get the measurement to the left. So, kung dito to the right, nag-a-add tayo, sa left naman, magsusubtract tayo. So, by doing so, 50 minus 4 is equals to 46. Minus 4, 42. Minus 4, very good, 38. Kuha ba? Okay, so step 2 pa lang tayo ha. Next, once we have this normal curve with the correct label, let us identify the given. Ano yung given natin? Ang mean natin ay 50, standard deviation ay 4, ang measurement natin ay 57, or yung score, yung raw score natin ay 57. Once na meron na tayong yan, let us solve using the formula. Z is equals to x minus mean over standard deviation. So, substitute lang natin yung values. Ayan. 57 minus 50 is equals to 7. 7 over 4. Ano yung 7 over 4? In decimal. Very good. 1.75. So, nasan yung 1.75? Dito pa lang makikita na natin. Since 57 yung hinahanap natin, dito sa labels na to, alam natin yung 57 ay nasa gitna ng 54 at 58. And take note, 1.75 is nasa gitna ng 1 and 2. Kuha? So, all we have to do now is to draw the line, then, yun na yun. 1.75. Kuha ba? Kuha. Okay, very good. So, ano magandang tip dito, sir? Dito pa lang sa pagdo-drawing, makikita mo na kung nasan dapat yung Z-score. Hindi pwedeng lumagpas ng 2, hindi pwedeng mababa sa 1. Nasa gitna ng 1 and 2. Bakit? Kasi yung score na hinahanap mo na 57 ay nasa gitna ng 54 at 58. Kuha ba? Okay, good. Next, given the mean 77 and standard deviation of 6 of a certain population of scores, find the raw score that is equivalent to the z-score. Z is equals to negative 1.49. Create the graphical representation. Okay, to solve this, again, ano yung unang step natin? Very good. We will draw the normal curve. So, again, by practicing, magiging ganito yung drawing nyo with the correct label. Then again, ito yung z-score natin. Then, we create the label for the raw scores. Ano uli yung mean natin? Ang ilalagay natin na mean ay very good, 77. Ano i-add natin sa 77? The standard deviation para makuha natin yung measurements to the right. So, 77 plus 6, 83. Plus 6, 89. Plus 6, 95. Good. Ngayon naman, pabalik. Subtract naman tayo ng standard deviation mula sa mean para makuha natin yung measurement sa kabila. So, 77 minus 6, 71. Minus 6, 65. Minus 6, 59. Very good. Okay. Then, next step tayo. Ano yung next step? We will now, what? We will now identify the given. Ano yung mga given natin? Ang mean natin, 77. Standard deviation, 6. Then, ang z-score natin ay negative 1.59. Take note, nasan ba yung negative 1.49? Nasan siya rito? Nasa gitna ng negative 2 at negative 1. So, malamang yung raw score na hinahanap ko ay nasa pagitan ng 65 at 71. So, doon pa lang may idea na ako. Okay? At para malaman natin yung eksaktong sagot, isosolve natin yan using the formula. X is equals to z times standard deviation plus the mean. Since meron na tayong ng tatlo na yan, all we have to do is to substitute. Ayan, substitute lang natin. Again, multiply muna natin to. Negative 1.49 times 6 is equals to negative 8.24. Very good. Then add 77. That is equal to 68.06. Take note, kapag raw score, dapat rina-round off natin. Pag rinound off natin yung 68.06, saan siya equal? Very good. 68. So, ibig sabihin, nasa yung 68? Nasa gitna ng 65 at 71. Ayun siya. Kuha ba? Okay, kuhang-kuha. Very good. Now, let's have a recap of what we just had learned. Z-score, a measure of relative standing and the final result of the area measured. So, meron tayong dalawang formula to get the Z-score for population data and sample data. Also, we have the formula to get the equivalent raw score given the Z-score. Okay? So, sige, practice tayo.
Get ready for the next battle.
Okay, so ito yung ating mga isosolve. Again, for the first set, let us solve the Z-scores of the following. Take note, meron diyang for population, meron dyan per sample. Pero regardless, ang hinahanap natin ay Z-score. Sa pangalawa naman, ang hinahanap natin ay raw score. So, meron na tayong formula. Check na, all you have to do is to solve. Then, check natin mamaya kung tama yung sagot nyo. I trust you guys. Good luck.
Much later.
Okay, so check na natin kung tama yung mga sagot ninyo. Let's solve for the first part. Letter A. Ano yung sagot? 2. Very good. How about the second one? Ano yung Z-score? Z is equals to negative 1.83. Letter C. 2.46. How about letter D? Z is equals to negative 2.27. Good. Next, for the equivalent raw scores, letter A. Ayan, very good. 31. Next, 95. Next, 72. And letter D, 73. Very good. Nakuha nyo ba lahat? Ayan, very good. Galing pala. Thanks for watching my video lesson. Again, this is John Glenn Salmario saying, remember, trust the process. Bye guys. See you soon.